So I wanted to quickly jump back in and show you guys how to advertise your 3D print shop. Because in the last video I sort of covered how to do it, what the basics are, and where to sell. But a lot of people were confused on how to actually advertise. And I think this is a really important one, especially when you're starting out. So I've tried a lot of the options like Shopify and, Etchwid and your website and Etsy and all those. Really, you still need to advertise, but you really want to avoid it wherever possible and really try not to use it. So my best saying for anyone starting out is eBay. Because you're going to find country to country a lot of things are going to work better or worse. I know some people have said they've done really well on Etsy, other people have done really well on TikTok Shop, but in Australia here, we don't really have the benefit of TikTok Shop and Facebook Shop and stuff like that. You can still use those features, but they're not the same. You can't actually have a shop like you actually purchase the products on TikTok. They just sort of take you to your website link. They don't really do the same thing. So that's where you're going to find these differences. But the great thing about eBay is it's pretty similar wherever you go. And it has a lot of really good features and useful tools in its background that you can use to figure out if you're going to be able to sell these products without spending thousands of dollars on advertising. See, this is one of the product research things that eBay has. This is where you can type in a headphone stand and you can see exactly how many of these have sold and what have sold in the last 30 days, 90 days, what the average price was. And mainly what I use this for is just to figure out what type of things are selling really well. Like I see this one's really small, what the price was. See some of these bigger ones, they sold for 200, they sold 46 of them. And really the number of how many are sold is important. If you come in here and it's like 10, that's going to be really bad. Like if you're selling less than one a day, so if you go up to your, how many days it is, so let's bring it down to the last 30. If this is below 30 days, like less than 30 products, that's not good. And you can see right here, this is a really good one that could be 3D printed. It's sold about 17, so it's sold one every second day. That's not bad. You know, the price is good. You could still make money out of that. Like, the $20 mark is really good for 3D printed products, because that'll give you enough time to print it and ship it out, include the free shipping and whatever else you need. But the main thing I do with my advertising, I still do advertising. You're still going to need to do advertising. I put clicks on any of my new products and stuff like that. And then I have the general listings, which is basically just a percentage. So for those ones, usually I choose about 15 to 20% or something, which will help boost it up once I've got done with the clicks and stuff. So this is just sort of how I figure out how to do it faster. So if I come onto here, I can see exactly how many of the products have been listed on the actual advertising. You can see this one's currently on there, and that has this many impressions, this many clicks, and the click-through rate. And then you can come down and you can figure out your click-through rate, what it was from the last month, what it was right now, what it's better, how many impressions you got, the current price, and sort of figure out if it's going to be worth it. So if you've gotten to the point of, especially this one here, the Apple Watch holder, if I come over and I see my price, $18, so it's a good price, 15 available. Okay, so I got 116 impressions, 0 clicks, 0%. And then how many sales did I get? That's really important. Like, how many sales did you actually get out of these? Did it work out? So you can sort of figure out the demand of how many you want, how many are selling, how many people are actually interested in it, especially on these impressions. Like, your clicks are like what you're paying for essentially, but the impressions are how many people are around searching for other things. So you can see this one here, That's got about 2,000. If I come across, we can see that's for the vases. So a lot of people are searching for vases, but this one isn't selling. So what I would do in this situation is change it from paying for the advertising, because look, I've spent about, so each click is about, I've set up here, I wanted a maximum of $2.80 a click, daily budget 30, continuous. So I'm paying about $1 a click. So I've probably spent about $39 on this one, and I've only got sales on that one is 0 for that month. So really that one's worth selling. It's a good product. I still want to keep it. It's still profitable for me, but advertising that product is not worthwhile. So if you have other products that you can advertise which help bring people to your page, that's going to be beneficial for this listing, which doesn't work on its own with the advertising, but it does work on your profile. So things like that, where you can really still sell the product but not spend thousands of dollars on advertising. So if you come down here, you can see especially these vases. These ones do really, really well. They get a lot of clicks. I really don't have to spend a lot of money on advertising, and they do sell well. But because these vases are in the same category and they're the slightly higher, more expensive price, yeah, there's more profitability in them, but people are always going to go and buy these ones. So it doesn't mean that this advertising isn't working. What it means is I shouldn't be spending all my money on advertising. I should be advertising this one, because when I have the general listing on this is going to be popping up underneath when people click on this. So if they go to this listing and look at it, the first thing underneath this listing is going to be this one. So that's where, if you have products that are similar, don't advertise the second one. Just advertise the best one. So I'll probably end up turning the advertising off for these now, because I figured out, okay, these don't sell on their own when they're advertised, but people that look at these ones will look at these ones. So they sort of cross over. And that's another thing about your products. You're going to be able to figure out and research whether or not these are good, or... But if you're doing that on your own website, you're paying to bring every single person to that website. So they might still find something they want, or this or that, but they might have come for a certain product, and then when they actually add the shipping and all that, they go, you know what, this isn't for me. Whereas on eBay, and this is pretty similar everywhere you go, if you're looking for a 3D printed item, you already know what you want. You're a customer and you say, I want a 3D printed product. Then you come here and you're going to go down and start looking for what you want. So that's why this is so beneficial, because if you have 30, 40 clicks on a certain listing, you're going to know straight away that, okay, I've gotten a lot of views on this one, but it hasn't sold well. So that's where you can figure out, okay, I need to not advertise this one. I need to do this, do this, do this. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this bit of information. Let me know if you have any more questions, or if you're still confused, or whatever. I'll try and help out.